And hello. How y'all doing this evening? I am Heather, and hopefully my friend Jean.
All right.
There you go. You came right in in time. I was like, he done left me.
They kicked my ass out. I was like, what happened?
What's happening? What's going on? So I was about to do, I was getting ready to tell them, yeah, this is Moist Monday. So I was just doing the intro. So, had you gone out, then that would have been fine. But we tonight are talking about sex, fitness, and zodiac.
Yeah.
And specifically tonight, we're talking about fire signs.
Fire signs.
So welcome, Jane.
Welcome. Glad to be back with you guys.
I'm so glad that you're here, that you joined us at the last minute.
Yeah, man. It was like, you kicked me out. I sent you a message and then tried to go back and it was like, bloop. I'm like, what?
It was like, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Right. You will not be doing chat in here.
Yeah. Like, this is not happening. So, like I said, welcome you guys to another Moist Monday. Tonight, we're talking about zodiac signs. We're talking about fire signs, to be specific. I've also dropped the link in the comment section. So if you guys want to specifically ask us questions, what we won't be doing tonight is we won't be doing the natal charts tonight. We that takes a lot of time, so we're trying to be in and out in about an hour. So we're gonna go ahead and handle some things. And one of the first things that we're going to talk about is basically the fire signs. There you go. And how your specific sign affects you sexually. Both of us talk a lot about fitness, we talk about sexuality, but we also try to bring in some of the other aspects of, our lifestyles, which is we both are pretty much into the stars, and we do a lot of studying of spirituality and things. So we felt like this is a way to kind of get you guys to see where we are with a lot of this. And then also, let's also talk about I lost what I was about to say. So go ahead.
You don't want to give you a second?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's talk about fire signs. So let's talk specific. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Let me just say this. So when we're talking about fire signs, and I wanted to make sure, I don't know if you agree with me or you actually had this in your notes, but I wanted to make sure that people understand when we're talking about fire signs, we're talking about what sign you were born under, like your
Right.
birthday.
Sun sign.
Yes, this is your sun sign. This is the sign that, when people look at your birthday, they say, I was born on this date. And so that particular month and day, that is what depicts your sun sign. So we just want to make sure that we are being clear on exactly what we're talking about tonight. So so thank y'all for joining us. So we're gonna get right into it. Let's talk a little bit in general about the fire signs. Now you can take it away.
All right. All right, so we're gonna start out this show talking about Aries, a fire sign I know well about. All right. So Aries warrior-like personality is aggressive and impulsive, and don't be surprised if they take you in the heat of the moment. Gotta love that. Everything that they lust about is urgent, and their sexual encounters are spontaneous and action-packed. In the bedroom, Aries wants to completely dominate their partner. Sounds like a good thing.
Well,
Well, I mean, unless you like. Anyway, let me keep going. Then we'll talk about that in a minute.
right.
All right. So the important thing is to understand about Aries is that they always prefer to be on top.
Okay.
Hey, I mean, get on top. Uh, there's a predatory side to Aries people, which means that for them, sex is largely about pursuit and conquest. In relationships, Aries love a sense of challenge. It's this that gets their juices flowing and gives them their reputation as one of the hottest lovers of the zodiac.
Okay.
Now, foreplay may not be their strong point, though, and their bedside manner may leave something to be desired. The burning sense of urgency an Aries feels for just about everything also extends to their sex life. And achieving sexual intimacy is in the shortest time possible is what matters to them. So they like to get to the end.
They like to go and handle that.
They like to splash. The before and after aren't such a big deal. Aries aren't much for romance, so don't expect it.
Mm-hmm.
Ruled by planet Mars, the planet of action and physical desire, sex always tends to be on their mind.
Wow.
Wow. With energy levels unmatched by any other star sign and the ability to recharge its batteries in record short time, Aries is a sign that likes to make love briefly and often. Spontaneity is a key word for Aries. This is a sign most likely to have sex on the first date, at a moment's notice, and in the most impromptu of settings. Risk always goes hand in hand with sexual fulfillment for Aries. So they might like to have sex in public. Anyway,
I'm pretty sure they're not talking about you.
Oh, I'm not an Aries. I'm sorry.
Exactly right.
This sign loves an element of danger. The chance of being caught is a big turn on. Pretend fighting and games of dominance and submission feature high on Aries' list of sexual preferences, which may be a bit of a problem if their partner doesn't like playing rough or things start to get out of hand. The ram's natural aggression is always its Achilles heel, yet it also is the source of its unparalleled sex drive.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Okay.
that is it.
Well, is it my
Well,
turn?
it's your turn.
So, okay. So as you guys see, I went on and pulled up the one of the slides, and I have several notes about Aries. Of course, again, we're talking about it being fire signs. Some of the characteristics of fire signs, this is just overall, is that fire signs typically are very passionate. They believe in being, just think about fire. And so there's things that they love to do. They're high energy, especially when you're talking about sexuality. You're talking about, but they're also warm natured. So when you're thinking about even Aries, I always say, think about the animal or object that represents that sign. So you're thinking about Aries being the ram or cram. And
Wham!
but think about how rams act. They go straight to it. They're like, they like the challenge. They don't back down from challenges at all. Again, spontaneous. They're going to get right to the point. What I was showing is that one of these this particular position that we're talking about is called the caliper. And of course, again, when you're talking about being playful and competitive and being spontaneous, getting straight to it, this is one of those positions that pretty much do all that, because you're right there, face to face with your partner, but that sense of adventure is there because you have to stand up with this particular position. And just y'all know that we're going to be talking about these different positions. It doesn't mean that you have to do this because this is your sun sign or whatever, but it does help to learn like some of the things that people in your particular zodiac sign may actually enjoy better because of the fact of certain personality traits. So anyway, when you're looking at things like this, this gets the Aries in the bunch to get a chance to really show off their athleticism, because they can
Okay.
try these different positions and be, twisted and turned into different things. The other thing about the Aries is that it's all about the pursuit of the conquest. And I think you said that, right? Um,
Yes.
yeah, so like even though, like you said, they like to think about sex all the time, but they are also just naturally aggressive, and they're going to go for what they want. They're going to not necessarily be that big on foreplay. That's one thing about an Aries, is that because they are so laser focused on what they want and how they want to get it done, foreplay isn't necessarily something that they are all the time like really focused on. So that's, as a partner to an Aries, maybe your job sometimes would be to kind of slow the pace down for them. Like, we're going to get there eventually, but just kind of slow that pace down for them so that they can get a good experience as far as enjoying the sex of it all. So
Happening.
yeah, just slow it down. Just
Just a little bit.
a little bit. Bring it down. And that's what you do with an Aries. So they're good, they like to I will say, like, Aries women, from what I understand, I've never been an Aries woman. Uh I'm not an Aries. But kissing is quite fun. Anything like that, but not for long, because they're ready to hop to it. So just remember that when you are romancing an Aries.
Oh yeah.
And also, it's a cardinal sign. So the cardinal signs are also the beginning of, and if y'all going to see this, cardinal signs are the ones at the beginning of the element group. So a lot of times they have that take charge attitude, and they're no nonsense about that take charge attitude. So it's cardinal signs. Boom. Okay, I'm done.
All right. So next on the docket are those Leos.
Leos.
Oh yeah.
All right, go ahead.
So Leos, they are romantic and passionate. It can be quick, it can be long, it can be outside, it can be inside, but when that flame emerges, Leo is there.
Mm.
Leos are known for their love of the spotlight and have an exhibitionist streak, when it comes to sex. Just like women, men and women born under the sign of Leo strive to be on top in all aspects of life, so too they strive to be leaders in the bedroom. Although they almost always need to be the aggressor and initiator of erotic liaisons, I love that word, liaisons. Leos are also the most determined lovers among the zodiac signs. Even the Leo's favorite role-playing scenario focuses on love and devotion, in addition to being the center of attention. Being catered to is a front and center reoccurring fantasy for the Leo. A lord or lady serviced by the underling in any and every method possible is a surefire way to ignite their lust. Lord, King, right, exactly. In the bed, Leos prefer dominant erotic positions, anything that helps them feel like they're in charge. For men, it's missionary, and for the ladies, it's cowgirl. Yeehaw!
Yo. Well,
Get
I
on top.
I
Get
got
on top.
that air horn.
Right. Yeah. Both sexes are partial to doggy style. Hey, hey. And other rear entry positions where both partners are on their knees. Nothing makes a man feel like a king or makes a woman feel more like a naughty kitten. Although Leo is most aroused when they are treated like gods and goddesses, they
Interesting.
truly, right, that they truly are. They're not above reversing roles every now and again to get a taste for how the other half lives and loves. After all, in their eyes, giving another being pleasure and making them quiver and shiver in orgasm is a sort of mastery all in itself.
Yeah.
Can I get amen? Amen. Amen.
Funny. Are you
Yes,
ready?
yes, you go. You go. Your turn.
Okay. So let me first pull this back up because, we be having issues. So this is Leo. Again, Leos, as you said, all those great things about Leos. Think about the lion, though. Lions are very confident. They are very much, king of the castle or king of the, what do you call it? The pride, whatever, the jungle.
King of the jungle.
Even being in control in whichever way they see fit. But here's the thing, they believe in passionate sex too. Like they believe in, like, if we have it out, then they want to have that passionate makeup sex. They want to know that they are pleasing their partner, which is really interesting because, usually a person that has that much quote confidence slash arrogance doesn't care if they're pleasing the other person. But because of almost like the ego as a Leo, like they want to know that they're doing all the things that they can do in order to be the everything. And again, you're going to see a lot of the fire that comes out. The one thing about fire signs that you're going to see the warmth, you're going to see the burning, you're going to, it's fire, the good burn. You're talking about the fire burn of the passion. You're going to, they like to know that they are doing everything they need to do in order to make you happy. The other thing that they love to do is they want to make sure that they're putting that charm on. So you're going to see them take a little bit more time than an Aries. So like it's the whole thing of putting on the show. It's making sure that you leave a lasting impression with your partner. It's making sure that your partner, is so pleased that all they can think about is you. And so that's what a lot of times when you're talking about sun signs with Leos, what they really are looking to do when they do sexual things, right? And so this particular position that we're talking about, hold on, let me pull it back up because yep, there we go. Okay, so this particular position is called the captain. And of course, you just talked about being um in charge, missionary positions. But if you notice, even with this position that we're showing right now, this is called the captain position. So, of course, the dominant partner or the penetrating partner usually is the one that is on top, and then the receiving partner is on their back. But because of how this particular position is, you see that the giver in this case is controlling all the motions and everything with hands, making sure, that they stabilize the legs, making sure that you're getting complete one-on-one penetration, but it's
Yeah.
their rhythm. It's not the receiving partner's rhythm, it is the giving partner's rhythm. So again, they are very much in control, but they're very controlled about how they control. Does that make sense?
It does.
Okay,
Absolutely.
cool. And so, like, the other thing about Leos is that they are the fixed sign of the fire elements, and so usually they are very much determined, they are very persistent, they're going to make sure that you get, again, you're going to make sure you get what they're going to give you. Like, I got all of this to give you, and this is exactly what you're going to get because I said I need. So that is how they are. They're going to be so, laser focused again on making sure you get your pleasure, that, it may take all day, but they're going to make sure that, at the end of it all, that you're getting everything you need from them.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and like you said, those fixed signs, they don't budge at all.
They don't. They don't. They don't.
They're very fixed, as it says. They're very fixed in their mindset and the way that they approach things. So yeah.
Right. Isn't that
Yeah.
interesting though? When you think about it, when you start adding up, like, the different signs, and then also when you start adding up, like what those particular personality traits are. And I know a lot of people say they don't believe in it, and I'm like, it's not a religion, so it's not anything to believe in. Sometimes
Yeah.
when you're thinking about those things, just think about how it affects you as a human, or how you interact with other people who are under those different sun signs.
Right. Yeah. Oh yeah, and I mean, it's very valid. I mean, if you actually pay attention to the person, I mean, and there's um with each day you have what is it, 3 degrees in between each day.
Hmm.
So it's like you'll get a little difference between each person,
Yeah,
but it's generally the same, very much the same.
absolutely.
Yeah, yo.
And then also, guys, if you all have any questions or comments, feel free to drop them in the comments section, and we'll try to answer your question as best as possible.
Just no natal charts.
No natal charts today.
No
Hey,
natal
look, we
charts.
tired. We ain't doing no natal charts today.
Right.
Okay, so
You
I
ready
guess
for
we go on to
Sagittarius? Lord, Lord, sad this one.
very.
So as we should know, Heather is a Sagittarius.
How'd you guess?
I have no idea.
Oh,
All right. So, people born under Sagittarius sign are straightforward and spontaneous when it comes to their sex life. Excessive confidence and enthusiasm may make them feel a little clumsy at times. The truth is that they are eager to bring you into their bedroom. They are capable of being highly promiscuous. My. Sag- Sagittarians have a reputation as sexual adventurers. Sex without a bit of fun and playfulness holds no attraction for Sagittarius. I'm looking for approval.
look, I'm just here. I'm nodding. I'm saying absolutely nothing. I'm just letting.
Oh man, Chris said he's grabbing his
Dictionary.
dictionary. All right, jokes and laughter form an essential part of its sexual foreplay, and they enjoy experimenting with sex toys and games. Makes sense as to why she does what she does, guys. You ever think about that? All right. For Sages, romantic relationships have to be based not just on physical attraction, but also on common goals and values. As this sign is ruled by Jupiter, the planet of wisdom, their lover must share their belief in the importance of mutual freedom and independence. Lord, when her, I saw her name written somewhere in there. It's Heather right there. I see it. I see it. All right.
Right. First of all, you're reading me for filth, but okay, go ahead.
For Phil, me, I don't want to do that.
It's just how it be.
You know.
Today.
All right. Sagittarians' famous straight talking means they tend to be open and honest about expressing their sexual needs and will appreciate it if you do likewise. Huh? What'd you say? What you said? Phil. I'm sorry, I had to take a sip on that one. Physically robust and often great sexual athletes, most Sagittarians tend to be very relaxed and confident about sex. There is no room for shyness. Damn, where did that come from? Or embarrassment here. Get set to swing from the chandeliers. Oh man! All right, so fun.
Every week, who told us to hang out? Because we can't ever get nothing accomplished because we too busy playing around.
Acting the fool, right? Exactly. And that's part of the fun, though. All right. All right. Fun and versatile and exciting sexual partners. Sagittarians are among the most popular signs to date. Flirting comes as natural as breathing to this sign. But most Sagittarians will think twice before jumping into bed with someone other than their partner. Oh, sugar water. If they do, they will be generally quite open about it. Yes.
Yep. Oh, okay.
Miss Sag.
Look, well, since I'm talking about myself, but no.
Go ahead.
I'm talking about all Sagittarians. But so some of the things that you just touched on are really great to talk about when you talk about Sagittarius. We get this really bad rep for being like sexually promiscuous, being out there doing everything with everybody, dipping and doing it with just, you. But no, we're very discriminating about who we want to engage with. So here's the thing, though. We just like to have fun. It doesn't necessarily mean that you want to go and do all these things with different people, but we have the ability to reinvent ourselves with partners so that you feel like you're getting a different experience with different people, but it's just all us. So let me just say that, honey.
I had to clarify that.
Yes, so she keep telling on herself. But see, and that's the thing with Sagittarians, though. Also, like, we love adventure. There's typically any Sagittarius will try anything within reason. Now we ain't crazy. That's another sign. But we're also interested in the fun aspect. So basically, if it's not fun, if it's not anything that will be exciting for us, then we're probably not going to want to engage in it. But also, you got to think about, like you said, sex toys and things like that. I've rarely met a Sagittarius that was like, prudish about, using sex toys or, trying things. And then again, You have people on the other side of the spectrum. But enjoyment, the sexual enjoyment is the thing that every Sagittarius that I know really likes. Also, we're mutable sign. And so mutable signs just means that we're easily can adapt to any situation. So
Right.
you say,
Right.
you don't like this? Cool. Cool. We ain't got to do it.
Let's try this.
We can do this. But we're gonna always offer you options, and we're gonna make sure that when you get finished, you gonna remember, like, you know what? I remember this one Sagittarius that did something. And so that's the other thing. And then also, I was just telling somebody this the other day. I said, we are loyal to a fault until you mess with us, and then we're gonna show you how it's done.
Lord. Lord. Go ahead and snatch your head back. Go ahead and snatch your head. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna snatch you back now. But the other, so let's talk about this particular position that I have up here. That represents Sagittarius is one of the other. Now, the other thing is, let's talk about Sagittarius. A lot of times will end up doing a lot of things that are very close. We're very spiritually connected. So we'll end up doing things, different sexual positions that very much mimic like tantra exercises and things, just naturally. You don't even have to give us a book on it. Like, we just know. You said, did he? Look, he did. And so this is called X marks the spot. Again, you're talking about the receiver being, laying on a flat surface, crossing the leg, doing things where you're getting a lot of penetration from the giver. And so this particular position is really good, again, when you're talking about wanting that maximum amount of penetration, want to make sure you're getting bone to bone, and then also creating the right amount of friction to allow the body to do what it needs to do to make it to orgasm or ejaculation, depending on which partner you're talking about. So the other thing about it is, because, Sagittarius just kind of be, they can be spontaneous. You can do this pretty much anywhere because of the way that the body, that this particular position is crafted. You can do it virtually anywhere. So like in a closet, on the floor, particularly, in the kitchen, on the nice granite countertops, wherever, back of a truck. Yes.
I just want to know why you said in the closet first.
I was just thinking, when you think about cramped spaces, you're like, oh, okay,
talk about that one.
So much room in the closet. Okay, got it.
I got the back of the truck. Back of the truck is totally understandable. You said in a closet.
Listen, a lot of my clients are parents. They be trying to come up with things to do so the children don't find them. And I'm like, girl, do you have a closet?
Man.
Turn the music on to go in that closet.
Prayer closet. We're gonna pray in here. Prayer and supplication.
Kind of prayer, but you gonna get whatever it is done.
It's worship. Worship and praise. Wow. Wow.
I'm trying to help the people tonight. That's all I'm doing.
You did say on a counter too. I like that.
I did.
I like a lot of
fun. Absolutely. I say, as long as you got, as long as it's a place that you don't mind putting your body on, a floor, a ground, a sleeping bag, a tent, whatever, top of a car, bottom of a car. Like, I don't care. Like the little things that the mechanics use on the wheels, and they roll on their back and go on.
Ooh, that one. I need to hold on. Let me write that down. Where's my pen? Where's my pen? Hold on.
Said, wait a minute, that's an idea. I'm telling you, that's the thing about it. Like, you just have to find ways to be like spontaneous if you want to keep that Sagittarius attention. Like, you can't just come at Sagittarius with just some regular random stuff. Like, you got to know what you're doing. You got to go in there with some confidence. Now, here's what's funny. Sagittarius like to have fun, so they may troll you. They may troll you during an intimate moment to get the bed.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so they be like, really, this all you got? Really? That's it?
Damn, bro.
You know what? Snooze fest. You know, just to get it out
Damn.
of you. Just to get it out of you. So understand who you're dealing with, because the Sagittarius do not back down from challenges, just like Leos and just like the other ones. But the other part of it is that, the sensual part of being, part of the fire signs. All fire signs have this sensuality about them, because again, you like to make the fire just continue to just burn a little bit, so you want it just to kind of keep going. So we'll pull out that sensual part of people as well.
Oh yeah. And challenging the entire time.
Yes, it'd be like, this all you got?
That's all you got? No,
Oh,
no, I'm sorry. I got some more. I got some more.
I got you sure. Oh, you tried, it's fine.
It's okay. Come here, lay your head on my shoulder. It's
Oh,
okay. I'm like, you know what? Look, give me 10 minutes. I'm about to get up in your ass.
be like, oh, let me find my little violin. Oh, you need some time. Yeah. That's how it works. That's how it works. So
That
yeah,
sounds like fun.
that's
Shit
fine.
talking.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And here's my thing though. What point is having any type of sexual encounter with someone that you really want to do the sex things with, if you're not willing to have those challenging conversations with?
Man, what you said.
Oh yeah.
What you said. Like, so let's talk about this real quick.
Okay.
We were discussing before, like how important it is for like after partners have a sexual encounter to discuss it.
Yeah.
Like, yo, what did you enjoy? You know,
Yeah.
what could I do better? What
Mhm.
can I do differently? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
shit like that is important.
And that's so a lot of times people will shy away from that conversation, right? They'll start thinking that um there's something wrong with, or it's taboo to talk to a partner about, like, basically giving an assessment of what just happened. So
Right.
like, they'll have this thing where they'll say, um they'll talk to friends and be like, this person I was with, they did this, but they didn't really do that, and I really wasn't satisfied. And my thing is, why not have that conversation? Not necessarily like complete, like as soon as you're done, roll over, like, okay, now, so let me tell
Right.
you, like maybe not that. Definitely like a conversation, maybe a couple of hours later, even the next day, and just kind of be like, so what did you like about the last thing that we did? And that's a time to really be as honest as possible without being like, brutal and hurting
Right.
that person's feelings. So maybe you did some things that you just wasn't really excited about, but you did it anyway because you could tell your partner was really excited about it. And then that's the time when you go, I'd like it if you did a little bit more of this, and maybe not, that, I really liked it when we got to this part because it made me feel like this. There are ways that you can package that conversation to where that partner would be so excited to do it again with you over and over again because of the way that you talked about it. And we always talk about the sandwich effect, right? Like, you start with something
Mhm.
good, you talk about the things you can improve on, and then you just, end it with something good again. And so that way you can see that the appreciation is there, but there always room to, grow with your partner, or, whomever you're doing the things with. And so if you want to make sure that you get to do it again with that person, you have to set it up so that it can be a good conversation. And so that it's an ongoing conversation. So maybe you guys were like super successful. Y'all did the thing, y'all did everything on your mental list of things to do, and it was super successful. But how do you get it again?
Right.
You got to communicate it and say, I really loved it when you did this, and I want more. Like, I can't stop thinking about that particular thing
Hmm.
you're doing. And like, every time we do it, I'm going to need you to do that, because just thinking about it right now got me revved up, and I'm going to go right now. And you can conversations and you can see what it does, because what it does is it also helps your partner to develop the confidence they need in order to help you to be pleased, but they also can see the appreciation. So what do people do when they are, getting all this praise and attention and everything? It
They
makes
do more.
you more.
They do more, and they do it consistently.
Yes. And you go, wait, so you like this?
Hmm.
I'm finna do it again. Let's go now.
Man, listen, one time for you.
Right.
Whoop, whoop.
People in the back. Let me make sure y'all heard us. So, and that's how you do it. You just got to keep being very consistent. You got to make sure that you're doing everything you need to do. Keep your partner encouraged, but also let them know when things that, there's something that you are not necessarily enjoying, so that they won't continue to do it. And then you don't build up resentment. Because then
Right.
you get to that point. If you don't, then you'll find yourself being like, look at them. Look at your ass. You still doing it. I just told you not to do that.
Can't stand your monkey ass.
Like, go
Told you
away.
3 times.
I'm sick of
Stop
you.
doing that. Don't touch me.
Like, stop it. So that's definitely something that you can do. But I also want you to just kind of, since we have a couple more minutes left, let's talk about what they can do, fitness wise, in order to be more pleasing to the partner.
Man, okay, so one, drink lots of water. Your body is 76% water, so you have to replenish your body with clean water every day, multiple times a day. Half your body weight in fluid ounces every day is a good rule of thumbs. So say you weigh 150, then you need 75 fluid ounces of water every day to keep your system clean. Also, exercise, more specifically, yoga. Yoga is a great one to get the blood flowing, to help you be flexible, help those hips stay open. Because guess what? Sex is in them hips, boy. If them hips are tight, for the male or the female, sex is not going to be good. It's going to be very stiff and very limited in your range of motion. And you want all of them, you want to hit all of them corners, all of them, back and forth, all of them, all of them in circles and all of that, and then go the other way. Reverse, reverse. There you go. Exactly. Yes, Lord. Yeah, yeah. Right. There you go. Whirlwind, whirlwind on your ass. Man, I'm telling you. But yeah, a lot of the issues, at least that I hear, are from like the person having a partner with stiff hips, especially on the side of men. Like men
Mhm.
having really stiff hips, so they're like straight in and out. Can you see that pencil?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
But you need more. Like the walls are mad. Right, exactly. The walls are mad sensitive. Like if you don't hit them walls, bruh, you ain't going nowhere.
yeah,
Nowhere fast.
yeah.
You gonna blow off and shoot me like, oh, we started?
What did I get out of this? Is usually what they end up saying. Is like, what did I get out of it?
Nothing. Nothing but a lot of friction. And a wet spot.
And disappointment.
Right. That they didn't get to participate in.
Yeah, I'm just here. Wait,
Right.
my part.
Okay. Right. Hi. Oh, you remember me?
Like, is it my turn yet?
Right.
No.
Is it my turn? Ah. So going to weights. If you're gonna lift weights, men and women.
Mm-hmm.
I say this all the time. Squats, anything with legs, squats, lunges, jump squats, things like that, step ups, anything that gets blood to your lower half. Also concentrates blood to your genital area,
Hmm.
which for men it helps the body create more testosterone, which is what's needed to have those strong, firm, rock hard erections. Gotta have that. And also helps with stamina, because a lot of times the erectile not erectile, I'm sorry, premature ejaculation is lack of blood flow to the genital area.
Yeah.
So you get in and all of a sudden you're super sensitive and just everything is like, right. So squats,
Yeah.
lunges,
Mm-hmm.
all of that.
Yep.
Get those in often.
Yeah.
Ladies, same thing.
Also, masturbation helps with that.
What you said. What you said. But it's okay. Oh,
That out there.
tantric. Right. There you go. So use like one of the methods that work really well is the sublimation of ejaculation. So what you do is you take yourself to the edge or close to the edge and you pull yourself back consciously through your breathing. And you do that over and over again. So when you practice that, everything is practice. When you practice that by yourself, then it's easier to do when you're with your partner.
Yeah, definitely. And that also works for women, people with vaginas as well. When you
Vagina people.
practice the edging, it also helps you to really be able to target which muscle system you need to work on in order to like do your Kegels, in order to make sure that you're getting a good grip around a penis if you are participating in penetrative sex with penis. I lost them again. I keep losing. I lose them every week. You want to make sure that you're doing all those make certain that not only so if the penis is working on the stamina part, right, and they're doing everything they need to do in order to stave off that ejaculation until the very end, then the vagina needs to do the work to do the Kegels and everything to basically keep you on edge, right? So like as you're doing those grips, as you're making sure that you're just using that series of vaginal muscles to go up and down that penis shaft, it's going to cause the penis to be
Glory.
activated, right? And you're
Yes, Lord.
think because it's like, okay, now this is like go time. Like, all right, this
Hmm.
vagina is squeezing the mess out of
Man,
the penis, and now you
Lord.
gotta really think about not blowing a gasket. And how are you going to do that? You have to work on the edging techniques in order to make sure you don't blow until it's time to blow.
Man. When she blows first, she's got ladies first. Ladies first. And
You go
oh,
first.
also, good rule of thumb, brothers, just a little secret from me to you. Always come to a sexual situation on nut number two. Can you see my fingers? Two.
Say it again.
Two.
Say it again for the people.
Come in on nut number two. Never go on the first one. That's a sneaky devil. It will sneak out before you even get a chance to do anything good. You like, oh, what happened? Bam.
Shoo.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So,
That's what I do. It goes shoo. You be like, what just happened? What just happened? But
I'm
that's
so sorry.
yeah, see, that's the thing, like with again, with people with vaginas and clitorises, like it actually doesn't matter which one you're walking in on, unless you know that you're super sensitive and all you get is like the big old once. But this is the best opportunity once you have someone that has like a good amount of stamina. This is a good opportunity to really work and see if you can get more than one orgasm in
Man.
setting. So that is a good time to just really focus in on, okay, look, I got that one out the way. We got all day, all night, whatever
Yes.
time to
Yes,
work on
Lord.
those things and make sure that we get, this good session in. Let's get sweaty. Let's get
Man.
serious. Let's get some friction going. Let's get some,
Man.
like you said, get your water, get your Gatorade, like really work it, like get a system going so that you guys can really figure out how to make each other really satisfied, and you'll
Man.
be like looking forward to it every time because not only is it a pleasure session, but it's a work session because it's like,
Right.
okay, now let's really like focus in, let's dig in and make this happen because I want to make sure it happens every time. You say
Right.
you only have one orgasm, let's aim for three. You say
Man.
that you come in 5 minutes, let's aim for 15. Like let's do that. And when you both are like working together like that, that's when you can really feel like the synergy happen.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, like you definitely you bring your game face and y'all
Oh yeah.
like everybody wins.
And right. And then a huge thing like we always talk about is the communication, not only the verbal communication, but the body communication. When you're
Yeah,
able to open up and have those conversations, those blunt conversations about, what you enjoy, what you don't enjoy, you know, things like that. Like that, the energy just becomes like even tighter.
yeah,
because you're literally tuning into your partner, like on
Absolutely.
a deep level. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me do that
Yeah.
so you can be so your picture can be a little bigger. But yeah, absolutely. Like when you know, like you said, the edging, the Kegel exercises, the really doing these other exercises, listening to your partner, feeding off the body language, really
Yep.
diving deep into what they need from you. A lot of times will make things so much better. It won't be, and I like to. I don't want to necessarily say it'll be so much easier, but it'll be more fun. It'll be less pressure, so that you
Right.
enjoy yourself more. And then when you're talking about really focusing in on like, hey, let's get this done, let's make sure that this isn't your only time. Well, at least, oh, you say you don't have orgasms, well, you're gonna have them with me.
Well, me,
I'll make
listen.
sure I'm doing what I need to do in order to make sure that you get those things from me. So if you
Yes,
tell me,
Lord.
hey, don't touch me here, but touch
Right.
me there, then I'm gonna make sure I touch you there every time, because I know that
Every
works for you every time.
every time,
Yes.
without fail.
Yes.
Bing, 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 bing.
Yeah. Like that's what you should do. Like you definitely
Bing, bing.
throw it in. Throw it up. Touch it. Do all of that. Yeah. And that's
Right.
the thing. Like when you're talking about, and then like working out together, like doing the tantric
Yeah.
exercises, doing the yoga things together. Like there are a lot of yoga moves, and I'm sure you can agree with me that y'all can do together that
Yes.
will heighten the experience. There are things like meditative music, you know,
Yep.
being together, breathing together. A lot of times will get you in tune with each other. Um,
Yep.
and you'll find that, when you start breathing in sync, then you can slow the pace down or you can speed it up together. And then what happens? Simultaneous orgasms usually
Yes,
happen,
Lord.
you know.
Yes, Lord.
You
Yes,
know, it
Lord.
happens like that. Melba said we silly. We are.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit, Melba.
We act a whole fool.
Um, so another thing that is not spoken about often is that men can be multi-ejaculatory, and also when you're edging, men can have an orgasm. It's an
Can.
inner thing. So you get to that edge, and you just like you feel it, like your whole body is
Mhm.
buzzing and tingling from the top of your head to the sole of your feet and back up. That's the beauty of tantric practice.
Yeah.
And then once you get used to that, then you can actually ejaculate multiple times. It takes practice, but it can be done. Yes, yes.
Right? Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I think a lot of times we've been told that most guys need a certain amount of refractory time and all that kind of stuff. But again, focusing in on these different exercises, really practicing, pretty much
Yeah,
perfecting your craft is going to help
right,
you a lot of times with how you approach the next thing, right? So, like as you were saying, you can have several orgasms. And I think a lot of times we don't really talk about, men having orgasms
right,
in opposed to ejaculating, because they don't have to be in the same, setting. Like you can orgasm
right,
without ejaculating and you can
right.
ejaculate without orgasm. And so that's
Exactly.
the thing with guys is that, you guys get to do that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you are engaging in oral sessions, I'm pretty sure that in between those oral sessions you have a lot of orgasms before ejaculation happens,
If
if
they
you
if they're
have
doing it right, yeah.
if you have an attentive
Yes.
partner who can really sense those things. But you can orgasm can happen several times during oral sessions before you even get to ejaculatory stages.
Glory, glory. But yeah,
Let me just
yep.
go and pass you the plate right now. Pass the plate around
Hold on, I got some money right here. Let me put some of the collection plate.
on and just, in fact, just drop it in here. Just drop it in
There you go.
down.
But yeah, so when you edge for men and women,
Mhm.
your so the penis itself is a muscle. and all of the little the everything within the penis is a muscle, and the more that you practice your edging and your self cultivation is what it's called in tantra.
Mm-hmm.
You actually strengthen those muscles.
Yeah.
So it makes it easier for you to go longer distances, and you may even see some growth as it pertains to the size of your penis. Just saying. So yeah, practice. Practice makes permanent.
And perfect.
And perfect too. So yeah, definitely you want to practice those. There's one more. I'm gonna give you one more exercise for men
You
because
know, you always got to give one more.
I know, bad gene.
Uh,
Should I give it to him or should I wait for next
you
time?
don't do it anyway, so go ahead. You can give it
All
to him
right.
next week too.
Okay. All right. All right. So this particular exercise, she told me to call it man ups and not the one what I call it.
Okay.
So man ups. So you take yourself to an erection. You get a towel. You soak it in water. You bring it out so it's heavy, and then you put it on your penis, and then you flex it. Like trying to do at least 20 before your erection leave. There you go. He's like doing doing. So you know when you pull it out, and women say when you pull out, it does it like it's on hydraulics.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. That's what it is right there.
That's
Practice. Put it on top of it and flex it. Try to do 20 to start out with. Do several rounds of 20, and then you can build up on that number. And man, you pull it out and shoot, you be like,
be like, did
my my, you're right. Is this thing on?
it? And that's how it works, folks.
That's love. That is how it works.
Well, since you gave away, well, let me just do and I always tell people the easiest Kegel exercise I always tell people to do is the elevator, which is super simple. Y'all can do it. We can do it right now. Everybody, let's do it.
Oh,
So all you got to do when you're thinking about the elevator, just think about elevator goes to different floors, right? So you got first floor, second floor, third floor, and you can do this as far up as you want to go. But typically what you want to do is you want to think about, you know, doing that squeeze. The Kegel is a squeeze. So you want to make sure that you're targeting those vaginal muscles in your vaginal and PC floor. So you're going to squeeze. So let's all together, 1, 2, 3, squeeze it tight as you can.
squeeze it.
Hold it.
Squeeze it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. And then you're going to go squeeze. And you're going to hold that 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Now you're going to go squeeze. And you're going to
Oh,
hold that 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So as you continue to do that, you should feel the tightening happening. And if you're doing that several times a day, that's going to help those muscles really like work and contract because they're like, oh, okay, now I know what to do. But you know,
mm-hmm.
also make sure you get you some Kegel balls because those are going to help you target more so that you'll know exactly where to squeeze. Because I have people all the time like, I don't know where to squeeze, and I'm like, girl, get you some Kegel balls. Hold on to them. Things they're not going to fall out. Don't wear them to work though. But you know, just work at it at home, and then that way you can feel where it's going. And then if you also have either the vibrating Kegel, uh, I have one of those vibrating Kegel machines. Like you can feel the vibrating, and the vibration will tell you that you're squeezing, you know, if you need to squeeze harder or something like that. So you can really work and target those muscles. It's just like if you're doing strength training for the
Right.
vaginal now, you know, as you would with anything else. If you were lifting weights for, you know, your outside muscles for your, you know, biceps and triceps and all that, you want to make sure that you're doing that for those vaginal muscles.
Man. Yoni eggs.
She said, I've never heard of that exercise. Oh yeah. Oh, we could
Oh
talk
yeah.
about Kegels all day.
Right. Like we got a long list of these
Right.
exercises. So
I think tomorrow when I do Tease Me Tuesday, I'll actually talk about Kegel exercises, and so we can talk more about that. You want to come on that?
yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. All right.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Same time?
Yeah. Tease Me Tuesday.
Yeah, same time?
At 9 tomorrow.
Perfect.
But yeah, so anything else? We don't want to give it all away today.
Right. I'm good. I was gonna say, if y'all got any questions, we'll maybe answer one or two.
Yeah. But if you guys, so again, we just wanted to let you guys know today was about fire signs. So we did, let me just do a brief recap real quick so you guys can see that. We did talk about the sexuality for fire signs, and those signs are Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries. Again, these are, what you find in the zodiac. If you guys don't believe in it, that's your business, but we kind of believe in it over here. And we just talked about the different characteristics of fire signs and how it affects us sexually. And so, if you have a partner that falls on one of those signs, hopefully, this information that we gave you guys helped you out today. And maybe you can apply it to something that you guys do, you and your partner do, later on in life. So, yeah, only thing that's left. Yeah, Team Sag out here. Boom, boom. And
Oh yeah.
and like I tell folk all the time, we can't help you if you don't ask the questions that need to be asked. But definitely, next week we're gonna do. What are we doing next week?
I think it's earth signs, right?
Yeah, I think it's Earth. No,
Right.
air.
Air. Okay, gotcha.
Air.
Yeah.
I had to look up. So it's air
Right.
signs next week because that is opposite of fire. So yes.
Right.
So
True.
air signs next week. And that will be shoot.
Gemini, Libra.
And I always forget the last one.
Me too. Give me a second.
I'm gonna get it. Wait.
Give me a second.
Uh,
Gemini, Libra,
Aquarius.
Aquarius. Yeah. Thank
That's
you. Yeah.
like, how did you get Aquarius? Okay.
I don't know. We always forget Aquarius though.
Yeah. So we'll let you guys know which ones that we'll do next week for sure. But I think we're gonna do air next week. So if you
Yeah.
guys just be tuned in to either follow us on Heather's Passion Academy, Premier Fitness Memphis, both on YouTube and on Facebook for those of you guys
Right.
following us. Go ahead. We'll put the reminder out about a day or two before. So you guys make sure you click on the reminder. Please also, if you're not on YouTube, please go over to YouTube and like our pages. Mine is Heather's Passion Academies, and Jean's is Premier Fitness. Is it Premier?
0210.
What's that?
02 is Premier Fitness 0210.
Premier Fitness 0210. Go ahead and follow us there. And you can also get reminders and see some of the videos that we've also done from Moist Mondays from the beginning of this year. So, yeah, we appreciate you guys subscribing to our pages and listening to us go on and on about everything. We appreciate y'all's support. And I guess we just see y'all next week.
Hey, thank you all again.
Thank you. You gonna say bye?
Mhm. Goodbye, people. Love you.
Oh.
Hey, y'all have a great week.
Bye.
Bye bye.